fuck. Okay, there we go. You guys just didn't even hear any of the funny bit that I was doing. That's great. Hi, that's my bad. I forgot that I had voice mod on during last stream and didn't change it back. Even though it was set to default, it should have just done it automatically, but apparently not. I was doing a funny bit saying that the first thing I said when I was zoomed in on my face was I just killed somebody. Because there was a wandering trader and I pushed him down, but instead of him hitting the ground, I just punched him to death because he was that weak. And that's why I showed the head in the box. Yeah, it was just my mic wasn't selected correctly because I'm stupid. Yeah, even though I didn't use a voice changer last stream, voice mod is how I access my soundboard. I don't always have it open simply because it's another program that takes up my RAM if I'm running it at the same time as other things. So like I already can't run this server with my VTuber on. There's no way I could run this server with voice mod. So, you know, if I get a RAM upgrade, maybe I won't have this issue anymore because I can just have voice mod open all the time and access my soundboard and do funny bits, which I would love because it would be really funny. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. My sister got me a monster. I have some ginger biscuits, which I have yet to eat. And yeah, I'm doing good. I'm going to show you guys stuff that we've been doing on Cobblemon, because it's been a couple of days. I was actually going to stream yesterday. Yeah, I was going to stream yesterday, but then I got really hyper-fixated on building my house. Initially I was going to stream it, but I was like, you know what, sometimes I've really realized I like building a lot more off-stream than I do on-stream, which is really funny because my whole thing that started my channel was doing a build world, but I find it like building is a thing that you have to focus on a lot more than just playing Minecraft in survival. So I have to be in like the mood for it, or I have to have a very clear idea of what I'm doing. And with the place that I was building for this place, for this server, I had an idea for, but I didn't have a clear one. I actually had to mock something up in creative, just like a first wall, so I knew what color palette I was using. Nice team. Yeah, I got little guys. I'll show you all my little guys. I guess we'll start off with that. I have a lot of other Pokemon, which I'll show, but literally immediately after the last stream we did on Cobblemon, I went through all of Chris's items and organized them because this was all just random boxes. So now it's very organized. Anything that's unlabeled is just like I've been dumping hats in it, or like random Cobblemon stuff which I don't know where to sort. We also built an orchard, which is very, very good. We can get all of the Pokeballs that we want. As you can see, I got a lot of Ultra Balls. We set up an enchantment setup. Chris did this stuff for the, I think it's the fossil things, I believe. And then I got us a little farm for food and a little cow farm for more food because I very quickly ate through all the golden apples. Not golden apples, golden carrots I started with. And I shit you not, Chris has moved his gacha machine, actually. I don't know where that's gone or why that's gone. Maybe someone stole it, who knows. I have a spare one, it's fine. But from the gacha machine, ow. Oh, yeah, that's my name. From the gacha machine, I got 2 pasture blocks, which are what you need to breed Pokemon. So Chris has been abusing these. Hello, who's Susie Lord. I hope you're having a good day. Don't know why I said that like that. But yeah, he's been breeding Pokemon like crazy, trying to get the best like IVs or whatever, EVs, IVs. I don't go here. I don't know competitive shit. All I know is cute Pokemon look cute. And I know roughly what Pokemon are strong and what Pokemon aren't strong. And I have my favorites. So I'm running with some of my favorites right now. I've just been doing a lot of jobs for Chris, so I guess we'll run through those, but first we'll run through my team that I'm going with right now. Remember the button to throw things. This is my starter, my little Apollyon. I love him. Unfortunately, I cannot ride him in the water He's not a water mount, probably because of how odd his body is shaped. I wish he was, because you can teach him surf in actual Pokemon, but you know, whatever. Um, what is it? It's not Noibat, that's the pre-evolution. It's Noivern, yeah. Got a Noivern recently. Chris was telling me they were a very good flying mount. Dragapult is the fastest one you can get, but they're very rare spawn, and apparently Dreepy spawns like in the ocean, so like I can't be bothered with that. So I got this little guy. I only just got them today, actually. Or just evolved them today. And I found my baby! I found my baby. I found them right over there. You can see in the top corner of my screen, we have like the moon. I got a mod that just tells me what phase of the moon it is and like how long till it starts or is over. So as it's currently nighttime, so we have a full moon for the next 9 minutes. And you get a 5% spawn chance for Zorua in forests on new moons, which is like opposite of full moon. So I got one, and the whole reason I evolved it is because I was planning on breeding it with a Hisui one, and then I didn't realize how pasture blocks worked, and I had disabled the breeding. So it probably would have worked, but I just ended up getting 2 Hisui Zorua to start that out on, which isn't going to be needed. There's a Masuda method that you can do, which is basically breeding your Pokemon with someone else's Pokemon to increase shiny chances. And Chris has 2 Dittos, so I think he might be done with his breeding shenanigans, and whenever he's on next, he is going to put one of his Dittos in my pasture block, and hopefully it will up my chances of getting a Hisui Zorua from about 4,000, 1 in 4,000 chance to a 1 in 600 chance, which is a lot better. To the point where like we have 2 months of this server, I'm tempted to try and get 2. Because I would love to have... The shiny that I love is Hisui Zoroark, because it is purple, and that's like my whole color scheme. It matches me completely. But having a shiny Zorua would also be super cute, so that would be very, very fun. I got a Sharpedo, which looks really funny when you send it out. Got this guy today. He's just floundering because there's no water. He's the fastest water mount in the game, and I got really lucky and just found one naturally spawned, so I caught him. And then my babies who need to level up is my Tinkertuff, who I want to be a Tinkerton. I just really like this Pokemon. They're strong too. My little guys. Yeah. Are you hero? Okay. Thank you. And then we have my worm. My little Applin. It's going to take a really long time for me to evolve them into an Appleton because of how you get the apple. You need to just kill a bunch of Applin, and they don't spawn super often. There might be a specific biome I can find them in, but I've only seen like 2 Applin. The first one I found I accidentally killed, the second one I caught, and that is Worm. And then I'll show you my other Pokemon. These are my babies. So I actually ended up evolving Estelle fully so that I could ride them. Until today, and by until today, I mean until like an hour or 2 ago, they were my main mount that I was flying around on. I don't think there's actually that big of a like speed difference between them and Noivern, but I have to say, I love Staraptor because of nostalgia, but I incredibly love Noivern because of just aesthetic. They're very cute. I adore them. And yeah, and I also got 2 starters. I found a Rowlet and a Scorbunny. Got an Eevee earlier today. Found a shiny yesterday. Of course, I had to just be a Squovit. Chris gave me this guy, and I call it Joystick because the flying in Cobblemon is horrendous. Okay, it's not horrendous. It's okay when you're using like a bird mount. There's different methods of flying. Different Pokemon fly in different ways. If you're using a bird or like Noivern, they fly like very like gracefully how you would expect. If you're using a Gyarados, you can go fully upside down vertical. The first time I tried to fly, I got stuck upside down in that cave, and I could not get out until I crash landed. It was awful. Thankfully, Elle told me how to disable the barrel roll. It was literally like, if you've seen the mod do a barrel roll, which like changes Electrifly, it was like that. It was awful. I hated it. So Chris gave me them. Never using them again. And then we still have my little guys from last stream. Got a Mawile. Found this a Mudbray who tried to kick my ass. very effectively, because look at those moves. Earthquake, Heavy Slam, High Horsepower, Counter. What the fuck do you mean this is just a normal spawning Mudbray? And then I've got a lot of other Pokemon who I don't really care as much about, but I do like a lot of them, so that's why I've been catching them. I've got an Iron Bundle, which I think is pretty good. It just spawned on my mountain, and I was like, wait, is that... I thought it was a Delibird for a second. I was like, wait, no, that's Iron Bundle. What the hell? I got Lucario. I got 2 Lucarios, actually, so I might see if Chris wants one. It's not going to be on his main team, but he might like them. Got a Litwick, a couple of Murkrows. I also have the Fucked Up box. I don't know why their text... This is a Murkrow and that's a Sneasel. Their textures are completely messed up, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know if I have like a texture pack on. I don't think so, because this was happening before I put on the texture pack, so like I'm probably missing a texture pack, if anything. Or one of the mods I've added has fucked something up. I don't know. But he scares me. Also, you have super luck now. Yeah, they're just textures are completely broken, which is weird because like these Murkrow are completely fine. I haven't seen a Sneasel that is fine yet, I don't think. But I've seen Murkrows which are fine, so I have to assume there's an okay Sneasel. But yeah, let's go downstairs first to the farming area. Oh, one of the llamas lived. Well, they both might have lived, but I haven't seen the other one. That's impressive. You get to stay alive, sir. But yeah, Chris has been messing with berries, to try and make these candies things. He's really trying to mid-max. I don't know. I think he needs like most of them for all of these things. I don't know how the fuck you get an Enigma berry. It's like breeding. I didn't realize how in-depth everything was in this game. There is actual like berry breeding to get different kinds, which I don't know, that's probably a thing in like some of the games, but it's not something that I've ever messed with. The most that I did was grow berries in X and Y. He's also got mints. He's literally like, there's a lot of people who are trying to like mid-max, get the best Pokemon, best stats and all that kind of stuff for the eventual championship at the end. And because there's like quite a few people who know what they're doing, the best way for young Christopher to win is to just abuse the system. He's got a really cool strategy which I am not allowed to share just in case there are spies watching. I also set up villagers because I got tired of not having mending, so we do a full mending and unbreaking armor and tools now. Chris gave me most of these tools, or at least some of them, and the rest of them I made. And we go to bee farm because you need honey for the candies as well. This was so annoying because it wasn't working at first, and yeah, it pissed me off. Set up this because you can just plant the seeds directly on the walls, and it's a lot more like efficient for harvesting. Haven't done a lot of harvesting here myself. Chris doesn't need the balls anymore. Man has enough balls. But I keep coming here because I just like to catch things that I think are cute, so handful of these. I have so many dream balls. You need diamonds to make these. The whole reason I got this because I found a Darkrai, and then it ran away. I also don't have a Pokemon who knows sleep yet, so that is useless to me. I do have a Munna who I could probably level up. Oh yeah, we have an Armadillo farm. Chris wanted this, and I don't think he's used it yet. We don't have any Neverwart to actually make the potions for this to be useful. But he wanted it, so I did it. Oh my god. Just a goddamn Ninetales. Naturally spawning, hell yeah. Catch that if you don't mind, madam. Hey, I said if you don't mind, madam. Oh wait. Pop out, I have a Moonball. Eh. We have 30 seconds that this is gonna be super effective for, because it's only on full moons. Are you serious? 20 seconds. This is a 4 times catch rate if it's a full moon. Come on. Yay! That's the first time I've got to use a Moonball. Awesome. But yeah. Hello, Blue. Hello. Guys, no one has redeemed third yet. No one has redeemed third yet. How have you done this? Oh, Dango's on. How cute. Yeah, there is a zombie underneath here, which is keeping these guys in their little ball. And yeah, blue got third, hell yeah. And then you're supposed to make infested potions, and when you hit them with it, every time they take damage, a silverfish spawns, and then they'll all get shoved over here, and then when you hit the armor stand because of sweeping, it will also hit them in here, and then you just pick up the XP. We have a lot of brewing stands that I've collected from places, but no Neverwort, and therefore no ability to actually make the potions. But we have a lot of stone, so I'm just kind of left it to Chris because he's the one who wants it. But we have extra armadillos because they're actually supposed to despawn in here if you don't have the chunks loaded, but they haven't. These are still the original guys I put in here. So that's fun. So yeah, that's all the stuff that we've been doing down here in the farm cave. That's all of the cool things. And now we get to go to my house. Welcome to my house. Yeah, I spent like all day yesterday building this. I got very into it. It is giving me mithril vibes. It is at a high point of elevation and it is a pagoda. But you know, I had a lot of fun with it. Though I did pick the two most annoying woods. The purple wood is azalea, which you grow with the bushes, which means they don't naturally grow, so you have to grow it with bone meal, which was annoying. And then ebony just doesn't work with tree capitator. So even though I had a lot of saplings and I could grow a bunch of them, it just was not working. And these paper trapdoors, you need actual paper to make, and I didn't have sugarcane. So yeah, it was very annoying. I haven't finished decorating. I actually have a plan to like do a bunch more maybe today, but I have a kitchen, which I haven't used, but it's cute. We have our work in progress Cobblemon item area. We still need to get the stuff for fossils and then basically whatever other items I want to go in here. Yeah, I always make things hard for myself. I didn't know house is a whole palace. I mean, yeah, it is my snowy shrine. I'm really going with the like shrine maiden kind of vibe. Snowy shrine. Just because it's the aesthetic that like Hisui, Zorua, and Zoruak give me for some reason. It's what the fan art on Pinterest gives me. Got a jukebox. I'm probably gonna make this square like a little living room spot. Or maybe I should move the waystone over here and then make this the living room spot. Because that could be cuter. I do have a silk touch pick that I could do. There's not a lot upstairs. I think the second floor I just have a bed in, which I've not even slept in. It's not my point here. There's no white wood, so I just have been using cherry because I think it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, that's my bedroom so far. And then up here, we have jack shit because it's so small. I don't really know if there's even a point of putting anything up here. But, you know, if I have like cool items, I might just make this a display room. Because I think that would be fun. It's really just there. It's too small to even really fit the bed in a nice way, so... yeah, but the main area that I have is my basement, which I wasn't initially gonna add, but I was like, I have all this extra space, I might as well. So we have all of my storage in the widow barrels. We have chipped, so I've got a couple of workbenches. I did not realize for the entire time that I was building that there was a wood cutter, which works like the stone cutter, but you put wood in it. That comes from the same mod that the purple and black wood comes from. I could have been making my life so much easier by using this, and I just did not know it exists. I've never played with Charm before. But yeah, this is it. These bookshelves have like books I found in Cobblemon structures, which I think are quite cool. I don't have all of them because I kind of have been prioritizing inventory space, but you know, it's quite cool. Actually, since we're down here, I might as well dump these leads. I'll put them here. Do I already have some? I don't already have some, but there's that. And then you might be wondering, why are there trapdoors here? Do you just run out of books? The answer is, yeah. But also, if you can see on the mini-map, this is where my breeding is happening with my two Hisui and Zoroarks. I literally started with, I started with this one. I started with, I started with Zizu. And I got Zuzu today because I thought for some reason Hisui and a normal Zoroark couldn't breed because it wasn't working. But that was just me. This thing was just clicked off when it should have been on. I might have fucked things up by doing that. But, oh wow, yeah, we already have a couple of eggs. The problem is, though, I won't know, I don't think, if these are shiny until I hatch them. And again, it's a 1 in 1,000 chance. Actually, it's not 1 in 1,000, 1 in 4,000 chance. Which is ridiculous. So, as soon as Chris is on, we're swapping one of those guys out for the Ditto. Which will be cute, because then I can put the other one in my team. I don't really need the Sharpedo in my team right now, actually, because, I'm not doing anything underwater, and that's like the whole reason why I have the Sharpedo. So maybe let's swap them out. Who do you want? I don't have a fire type. I know I did just catch that Ninetales. But I kind of want the Growlithe. I always go with Ninetales. We might go for the Growlithe. Because we got Fluffy last stream. I do also love Scorbunny, but they're not my starter. So we'll bring Fluffy. We'll bring Fluffy, and then you know what, actually, let's... Worm isn't gonna be doing shit. Because I can't evolve Worm. I can't evolve Worm without an apple. So let's give the XP share to Fluffy. These work how they used to work in, like, Diamond and Pearl, where the Pokemon has to hold the XP share to actually share the XP. Well, Eevee, which did you pick? Leafeon is my favorite evolution. But I specifically like naming my Leafeon's Ivy, because it was my grandmother's middle name, which also kind of inclines me to get a female Eevee, which is a very rare chance. So for a male one, I'd probably go for an Umbreon. Not that they're like, you know, not that gender really matters for it, but Leafeon specifically, I like being a female Eevee, and I think Umbreon and Espeon are probably my next favorite. So I do like Glaceon a lot as well. I'm a big Gen 4 lover. But yeah, if you can't tell, because literally the title of today's stream is a reference to Pokemon Battle Dimensions, which is Gen 4 anime. Looks so good. It does, doesn't it? We talked about it last stream, because there is actually rocks in the fur. So even though it's called Fluffy, its fur is probably more, like, grainy and sandpapery. But I love them. I love the models in this, because, like, they're very obviously made in Blockbench. And I love it because I can tell exactly how every part of it is made. Like, the different cubes that were used and stretched and, like, flattened for, like, the claws and stuff. It's hard to see because this guy's gonna move to follow me, but look at, like, the way they cross-section it for the tail, because it would be way too complicated to just, like, actually make it pointed, and they're trying to keep it as Minecrafty as possible, so they're not gonna make a triangle, which you could very well do in Blockbench, just make a triangle. But they're like, nah. And they even got it on, like, the bit there, and I love it. It's such, like, a little thing, but it doesn't even look bad, like, transitioning from completely flat to a cube and then back. It looks really cool. I love it. I really love it. Meant to be the name. Exactly. I think that's what gives it the leg up over Pixelmon. I used to love playing with Pixelmon. And I still do. I think it has benefits, but I think it's more heavy duty just because of the, like, the models use so many more polygons. They're not cubes like Cobblemon is. So it's a lot more rendering, I believe. And I do like that Pixelmon disables mob spawns because it feels a bit more immersive and it really lets you focus on, like, you know, the Pokemon aspect of it. But then also, I like how Cobblemon integrates itself into Minecraft to make it, like, a proper thing. Like, loads of stuff have, like, crafting recipes that rely on, like, other Minecraft game mechanics. And that's one thing that I want to get. I realize Master Balls are craftable. So one of our missions for going to the end today, and probably the Nether, is Netherite and Chocolate Shells. Because I have Diamond Armor now, and I don't really care about upgrading it to Netherite. That's kind of going to be our goals today. I've been holding off going to the end specifically for stream, but I have been to the Nether to get quartz for my house. I held so much restraint by just using quartz as a trim. Originally, I was going to make the whole roof quartz, and I was like, fuck that. So I made it ebony instead, and I think that worked out really well. You can make, yeah, you can make they're expensive. I did make a beacon and I felt it was a waste because I actually couldn't get it fucking working. But Chris does have two Never Stars downstairs that he said I could use. I'll probably just use one of them and then try and like fight a wither again myself, because we all know the hack way of killing a wither by trapping it in the bedrock. It won't be that difficult. Everything else on my like thing here is either stuff that Chris told me about or stuff that I kind of want to make for the house. Like I said, living room area, finishing up the kitchen. There's Christmas tree things which I might as well make to be cute. Couple of things and just items that I like or I want to get. But yeah, all that being said, I need to set my thing as streaming because I hadn't done that. That's very fun. I'm also probably gonna deafen because I have no plans on talking to people today unless Chris gets on. So yeah, that being said, let me make sure I have food. I do have food. That being said, we are gonna go to the end. I also realized on this server the warp stones have durability instead of a cooldown, which I think is really goddamn weird. Oh, actually, I lied. I have been to the end before. I've been to the end specifically for that. You can't see it because of the render distance, but there is an ender or like an enderman spawner over there. Which I've used to like get levels and upgrade my stuff. So I have been to the end. Sorry, I lied. I just haven't been exploring. How dare you lie to us? Hey, in my defense, I fucking forgot. Yeah, let's see if we can. I actually didn't bring any stuff that I could use to get into this. Oh no. What? That was like spike. Okay, let's mine some of this. And then let's go through here and then we'll start flying. I don't really care about getting an elytra. If I can find one, I find one, but again, I don't really care. Because I can just fly and I don't really want to bother getting rockets. Oh, this is so stupid. They went, wah. Okay. There we go. Oh, this is a cool spawn though. Also, the unknown is so silly. Okay. Yes, I have free cam. Don't bug me. Yeah, this has obviously been raided. I can get the chests in there though. And I don't see any shulkers, so I'm guessing those have been got. Oh, flag spike. City at the end. Hell yeah, we're here. I don't really have an interest in catching unknown. I still remember I don't remember if it was on stream or not, but I still remember on the BCG server that Chris used to run, getting a Giratina. Oh my god, there's a Hooper. Hi! Do you want to be my friend? There's a Hooper. No, the catch rate on this is gonna be dog shit, isn't it? Will I fight it? I'm definitely gonna lose. Go on then. Okay, let me get a better cinematic shot of this. Of course I get here and there is just a guy. Do no harm. I'm trying. I also just realized I am looping Do No Harm from the Kingdom Hearts dub right now. I meant to stop that after a bit. It's now stopped. I watched all of the Kingdom Hearts fan dub yesterday. I'm about halfway through the commentary. I am loving it. Oh god, you're dying. I'm so glad I gave you Roost. Okay, you can tank another hit. Oh, this is 4 times super effective. Okay, for a second I thought I killed the Hooper. Jesus Christ. Okay. Do I have 100% different effect? I kind of want to try the air slash. No, I'm going to do a roost, and then I'm just going to try catch it. I can probably manage it. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. Shit. Yep, I killed it. Well, hey, that gave me a Never Star. And I'm sure Chris will want the ability patch. Oh god, I'm stupid. Okay, that was an accident. Oh well. Not gonna lie, I don't even like Hooper that much. I can't say I'm too bothered. The Hooper movie was mid. Ooh, yay! This saves me making a knife. No, every legendary, and I get an Elytra. Okay, well I'm happy. Oh my god, that's a really good fit pickaxe. Is that better than my current pickaxe? That is better than my current pickaxe. Yeah, just because the efficiency is higher. No, we're leaving you there. Wait for it. But no, I am a little sad that we didn't get the Hooper. But, you know, it's fine. There are better legendaries. What I'd be really sad about is Giratina, because Giratina is one of my favorite legendaries. I'd say my favorite legendaries are like Giratina. I like Xerneas. The Alga is cool. Arceus is awesome, obviously. Guaranteed to get the Elytra. I don't know. I've done looter in the end before in the ships and didn't get an Elytra from the chest. And I don't think there's a way for it to account for if the Elytra on the wall has been taken, but I know the Elytra on the wall does spawn. If we find another ship, we can test that theory though, because if I get a second one, then I'll know for sure. I don't know if Chris has an Elytra or not. He probably does, because I know he's been end busting, but at the very least I can get one for L. Because I don't think Elle has been on for a hot minute. This is also really scary, flying in the void. Because it's really hard to tell how high you are when you're not above land. Normally only 2 chests per ship. Huh. Maybe. We'll see. We'll test it. We'll see if we find another city. We need another city anyway because I want shulker shells. Can you make anything with the wings? Let me look. Think. No, this just shows you can enchant them, you can fix them. There's nothing to make with wings. There's no, like, Icarus or any mods like that. Also, flying mounts are great because instead of just descending when you stop moving with them, they hover. And I think that's beautiful. Nah, this isn't as cool as BCG. Do you know what this has made me want? This has made me want to do, like, well, it's actually something I've been considering for a bit. It's made me want to do, like, a forever world that is, like, heavily modded, including Cobblemon. But my, like, forever worlds are, like, a weird concept to me. Because I don't feel like I'm the kind of person who could ever play in one world forever. Like, there's too many mods and stuff that I like that either conflict or in too many different versions. Like, I've had a forever world before, and I mean, I guess I see the appeal because I've had one before, but it's also just like, you know, there's so much stuff that I like to play over and I like to do. I feel like it would be really difficult. But I have learned that I love modded, especially heavily modded stuff, a hell of a lot. Just from, like, Fungi and Gardenfell. And, like, even BCG back when that was happening. Like, every modded server I've been on, I have had a hyperfixation of. Hello, Maran. Hello. And that includes this one right now. I wouldn't go so far as to say I'm hyperfixated on any particular part of it, but again, like I mentioned in the first Cobblemon stream, I just have nothing to do on Gardenfell right now other than lore. And that's kind of sad because I love Gardenfell so much. But until the Nether opens, there really isn't anything going on. Okay, Ancient City. Is there a ship? Is there a ship? There are shulkers, but is there a ship? I want to test this theory. No ship? Okay, that's fine. No, we're actually gonna go to the ground. There we go. Thankfully, I don't take damage when I do a crash landing. My Pokemon does, but they'll heal. They'll heal over time so long as I don't battle with them. My Pokemon can actually help me fight. Oh, and I should have got a shield. Oh, they teleported. That's okay. I don't have looting on this sword. Oh god. You have just made everything super dangerous, sir. Okay. Let me... no. If it's single player, you struggle to play for more than a week normally. Yeah, I think the thing for me is when I'm on, like, the only difference between me playing, like, on a server is I don't always have the ability to, like, cheat. And that is the main difference for me. Oh, yes, we got one. Okay. I don't always have the ability to cheat when it comes to, like, servers. Like, I'm not opt on this server. I was opt on Fungi and I was opt on and I'm opt on Gardenfell. But I was specifically opt on those to help Lizzie with admin-y things and like builds and stuff, which like even sometimes like on the Halloween area on Gardenfell, I did just do a lot of that in survival initially because I was very like hesitant to properly like use creative mode on it fully when I had resources to not. That's not a ninja tower. Okay, we're good. I do hear a guy, but I think he's on the outside. Or, oh no, there's one up there. Okay. But yeah, even when I play on servers, like, aside from having the ability to talk to people, because of how, like, antisocial I can be and anxious, I tend to play them like a single-player experience anyway, most of the time, especially when it comes to time zones. Like, Gardenfell, it's very rare that I'm on at the same time as other people. There's also another one behind me, isn't there? Yeah. It's very rare. Unless I'm on, like, super duper late. Like, from this time until, like, 1, 2 a.m. is when I'm most likely to see other people. And it also depends on the day, because a lot of them, like, work and have full-time jobs. On servers with friends. Yeah, that is very, very fair. I used to play on like public servers a lot more when I was younger because like, you know, getting a private server and sorting LAN out and that kind of stuff wasn't an easy done thing when I was a kid. Though I did go to people's houses. I had a laptop as a kid, so like at some point I would just start going to my friends' houses and we would play Minecraft on LAN just like that, and it was very, very fun. But yeah, I think I like playing Minecraft when I have a goal, and that goal doesn't need to like have anything to do with the actual gameplay. Like my hardcore world, after I beat the Ender Dragon, everything after that point was just kind of supplementary. It was like, I don't really need to be doing this. Oh, that's a ninja tower. I don't want to fuck with a ninja tower. I know it's a good source of shells, but I don't want to mess with it. I'd rather pick off the little stragglers than deal with a full-on ninja tower. Because that is scary and deadly, and I don't want to die. I've only died once, and it was directly after stream, because Chris spotted a gibble, and then started mining straight down to get to it, and told me to follow, and he mined about 10 blocks down. I followed after him with my unenchanted diamond armor, took like half my health in damage, and then he dug down more and we fell into a cave and I took enough damage from there to kill me, which is very, very funny. But yeah. I work best in Minecraft when I have a goal. So on this server, my goal has been help Chris Chilzo become champion. I am his sponsor. I've been out mining for him. I've organized all of his chests. I've been out looting. I was helping gather the berries that he needed because some of them are only like a chance spawn in village structures. And he needed them to be able to like max out his IVs. Ah. Oh, this is not good. I mean, hey, actually, this isn't too bad. If I can get up to this bit. Yeah. Okay. Hey, friend. There we go. You have been on. This is the one you've been most jelly of. Aww. It's very, very cool. Lumamon is very, very fun. I think I mentioned before I was on season 1 but never streamed it. Because I was like a very, very late addition. It kind of became my break from Mithril. Was just playing casually. I didn't do a lot. But I did help Chris out in one way on that server, and that was by making his skin that he has used ever since. And initially I thought it was for a pirate server that we were going to be on, but then that pirate server fizzled out and never ended up happening. So that was fun. Yeah, I think I did. I'm just, you know, a repetitive person. Unfortunately. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Yay. Ugh, can't believe I'm getting shulker shells here just to make Pokeballs. I don't even know what Pokemon I want these for. Probably just like any legendary or mythical that I find, because my luck rate with catching them with normal balls is like nothing. And then there's Chris, who's gotten like Zygarde and like all of these legendary Pokemon with just normal ass Pokeballs, and I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? I'm not even kidding, by the way. He has like 50% Zygarde. And I think Darkrai, I tried to get a Darkrai and then I lost it, and I'm really sad about it still. That bitch survived a server restart and then died because I left the area for like 2 seconds. It is insane, and yet it took him a crazy long time to actually find the Pokemon that he wanted. But, you know. There's like one more Pokemon who I want other than like any legendary, and that is Absol. I have a Mega Bracelet actually exclusively so I can have a Mega Absol. And that is probably gonna be taking my my Zoroark's place in the party. And you might be wondering, but Jay, Zoroark is your favorite Pokemon. Why would you replace them for the shiny Hisuian Zoroark? I'm gonna trade. So, I don't know what my final team is gonna be. I'm keeping my starter because of course I am, even though like it probably isn't the best water type I can get. I'd say like excluding starters, I'd probably use, what is it? The evolution of Seal. Because it is just a very strong Pokemon. Where did that bitch go? Ah, you're on the side of the building. One of you is goddamn floating. Okay, can you not? Can you not? Can you not? Ugh. Okay, run. We running. We running. We running. We running. Eh. All the way over here. There's like another one on the roof here, isn't there? Or is it on the back? No, it's on the bottom. I should have made a bow. I did not make a bow. We'll just do our best. That's all we can do in this life of ours. Ow. God damn it. All of you guys are annoying. Okay, there's one. need this to wear off so I can get lower. Come on. It's going. It's going. Don't hit me. There we go. Okay. Oh. Got you. No. I don't want to get high. Everybody gets high sometimes, you know. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I did not ask for this. Thank you. Okay, no. Nope. Oh, look ahead. How cute. How lovely. Yeah. There we go. Okay. 7's pretty good. I also love how they just have like an ender chest out here. Also, god damn you. I didn't even realize there was another one in here, actually. Your fave Pokemon isn't good to use since bad ability. Which one is it? There's a couple Pokemon that I quite like that have, are either like super weak or have bad abilities. That guy is teleporting all over the place, and I think it's because it's hitting itself or another one is hitting it. Or maybe both. Oh. There you go. Slacking. Oh, no, see the thing is, slacking is good. It's just, if you want to use a slacking, you really have to work with its ability. One of the craziest Pokemon teams I've ever seen, is in, God, Pokemon Coliseum, which is a spin-off game for like an older console. There was Pokemon Coliseum and then Pokemon Gale of Darkness, which is where Shadow Lugia comes from. I watched Jello Apocalypse do playthroughs of both of them and then make really funny videos out of them. I might have spoken about them before even, because they were really good. And I really liked them. And they introduced me to the games. I think Jane Animations also did a video on Gale of Darkness. In doubles and not singles. Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. So in Pokemon Coliseum, I think the final boss of that game uses a slacking, but the entire game is double battles, and they use a slacking, but they use a slacking with, I believe it's a Delibird, or some Pokemon which has an ability to swap its ability. So it swapped its ability with slacking, which meant the slacking no longer had the ability that prevents it from attacking every other turn. So you get a Pokemon who has near legendary Pokemon level stats, who has lost their only balance factor. And it was like an actually insane boss battle. I highly recommend, the video Jelly Apocalypse did is called Dogs in Love, and then there is Dogs in Love 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are both Gale of Darkness, but Dogs in Love, the first one, is Coliseum. And they're really good videos, really funny, highly recommend them. And you can see the end of that entire saga with the crazy slacking and how the person playing it, because it wasn't Jello playing, it was, I think it was their partner. But you just get to see them, like, struggle to finish that fight because of how absolutely dogshit and insane it is. Also, oh wait, I left a shulker shell behind, apparently. We're going back up to get that. And then we might go and try and find another city, because I don't want to deal with a ninja tower, because I don't feel equipped enough to deal with a ninja tower. Up song. It's just one. What side is that shulker shell? Or is it on the ground? Wait. Where is it? I don't know where this bitch is. Oh, it's on the ground over there. Okay, we're going back down. It fell off, just like I do every day. The graffiti Pokemon. Do you mean Grafii? Like the monkey one from... Yeah, Grafii. I got you. Honestly, calling it the graffiti Pokemon I think is quite accurate. It's very, like, yeah. I really love that Pokemon. I know absolutely nothing about it, like even its inspiration. But I really like it. Oh yeah, one more annoying thing about flying, at least flying water mounts, is they turn the map backwards for some reason. Okay, yeah, we're going the right direction. Which is really weird, but that's okay. We're doing really good on the sugar shells though. I want to test that theory and find one more theme bob. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how many Master Balls I'm really gonna need. I don't think Chris needs any because I'm pretty sure he's gotten his team and just has to fix their stats now. But I might give him one as a little gift. This really is going to come down to the nether stuff because I need to get... I have one with a skeleton head. I need to get a bunch more. And again, I do not have looting on my sword. Actually, that's one thing that we should do is try to find a looting sword in one of these loot chests. Because I don't think we have one back home. I try to be. I like helping my friends. I like helping my friends a lot. Oh my god. Okay. We're going to talk about Gardenfell for a second. So on Gardenfell, the lovely, lovely lore server that I am on, Lizzie organized a Secret Santa, which is very, very cute. We made a Christmas area, but I don't think we have like a plan for people to go there. It's not 100% finished yet. We're waiting on Miles to do the last bit. But I've done all of my stuff. It's very cute. I'm very happy with it. But we used to do Secret Santa on Mithril every year. I think the only year we didn't do it was when the server ended because like we were all so tired and busy and checked out at that point. I was like, yeah, we're not even organizing a Secret Santa this time. But on Gardenfell, Lizzie organized one, told everyone who they were getting gifts for. I won't say who I got until, you know, yeah, no one knows who each other has unless they've given them their gift yet. I have done my gift, but I don't know if it's been opened yet. I don't think it has been. So, you know, we're waiting. But, oh god, I'm forgetting names. Wait, I need to double check. I need to check. I'm pulling up, Discord because I need to check. Yeah, Simon, who plays Silas, the character whose name I butchered in that one lore stream. They got me, and they drew some really cute, scrungly art of Jasper. I'll actually pull it up on the stream because I love it so very much. Let me find where I have it saved and hope I don't fall into the void while grabbing this. It's also now an emote in the server, the only non-cat emote that we have. Look at him! Look at them! They're so derpy! My instinct when I saw it was like, this is how other characters see Jasper. This is how everyone else sees her. And it's great because like I can tell they modeled it after the like reference art that I put in the Discord ages ago. And it's so very cute. I love it so much. I'm so charmed and happy with it. I might like even ask if it's okay for me to give it a mouth. Then just have a little like PNG tuber of it. Because it's so silly and scrungly. But yeah, Simon did that. I'd link their Twitch if I knew what it goddamn was. But yeah, I like Simon. Simon is cool. I want to do a lore stream with Simon at some point. And just hang out with the people. The people on Gardenfell are really fun. I haven't got to like hang out with all of them on stream before, but I've got to speak to a lot of them off stream, which has been really cool. It's been like a new experience, like talking to people. I think the benefit is they're people that Lizzie is friends with, so it's not complete strangers. Like on this server, I don't know any of these people apart from I've spoken to Narnia because that is Shauna. That is Shauna Jade. Go up, thank you. And I know of Ashby. I think we've spoken like once. But most of the people here I don't know and I have never spoken to. And I have spoken to a couple of people. I met Stinky Leaf the other day. Someone randomly walked into my house and I was like, hello? It's just as I was building it, and we had a little conversation, which was quite pleasant. But yeah, as someone who is very socially awkward and anxious, especially on like public server, well, this isn't a public server, but you know, everyone who is on here is a content creator, but everyone who is on here doesn't necessarily know each other. There's not a big incentive to do stuff with people that you don't know unless like you're doing the gyms and stuff. And I will admit half the reason I don't want to do the gyms is because I don't know people and social interaction is scary, but I'm also just not a competitive person. So, you know, we vibe. But on Gardenfell, it's just been really nice. Like, if I go in VC, it's pretty likely other people are gonna join. I'm never the first person to join a VC because it scares me, but it's very, very chill. And it's been very quick. Like, it's been very quick to make friends with people there, so it's very, very sweet. I'm very happy about it. Speaking of Gardenfell, that lovely lore server, there's actually an event happening there this Sunday, which I don't know, we haven't decided on the time for it yet, but I'm definitely assuming that I won't be able to attend because of the time that it will likely be at, which I'm sad about. Well, I'll attend it as my NPC Le Pion, but that means I will not be streaming it. But I will link someone who is streaming it in the Discord when it happens. There's a couple of reasons why I can't attend the event as like Jasper. And they have to do with the other lore that I'm going to do this week, which is literally is going to happen the day before. If everything goes according to plan, I should be doing a lore stream with the lovely Magics on Saturday. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just two of us. And it'll be a very fun time. I'm very much looking forward to that. I have like I wrote out a very rough plan for a couple of the streams that I want to do with Jasper. And oh my god, guys, I'm having so much fun with this character because she's so different from character J. Like, I think the main difference, and this is something I was thinking about the other day, it's character Jupiter from Mithril. Started off as like just me, basically. They were very much just me. They actually didn't have a concrete like backstory until Arc 2, because their whole purpose was to guide the other players through the story that I was creating, without like eclipsing things, haha funny, and becoming the main character herself. Like, she was involved in the main plot, and she was a driving force of it, but she was never meant to be the main character. If anything, I'd say in Arc 1, Cloudy was more the main character. At least that's how it felt to me. And in Arc 2, I had a bit more spotlight, because I'd actually developed my character a bit more, but I still, like, every lore thing I did was with another person, basically. I mentioned this, I think, before in, like, Gardenfell. It was very, very rare that I did solo lore, and most of the time when I did, it was after doing something with a group, or, like, yeah, it was just usually after doing something with other people. It was so very... I never did stuff solo because, like, I didn't have anything to do that I thought warranted it. So it's been a very new experience for me. And I tend to, like, a bit of myself bleeds into most of the characters that I do in one way or another. And I think you can draw parallels between Jasper and Jupiter, but I think the main difference is Jupiter has been around for a long time, knows a lot of things, and though she's not great with people and she's been very isolated, a lot of that was like some of it was circumstances she couldn't control, some of it was her being fearful because she'd been hurt before, and didn't trust it not to happen again. And that was part of her story, was like going to the valley, making friends. And yeah, it was a bit bittersweet at the end. She got two people who she could forever rely on, that being character Mars and Karma. And then she got a couple of people who just were like gone with the wind, who she wanted to trust and rely on, but she really felt like she couldn't. Like Artemis, who like went on, had this whole family. She was always expecting Artemis to leave her, and then Artemis dying fully solidified that in a way that she had not prepared herself for. I have reached the fucking border. She was prepared for Artemis to leave, to find her family, to go see Loki or whatever, but she was not prepared for Artemis to die, and that's what really like broke her in the end. And it's one of the darker parts of her character, with like, obviously she did not know like giving Mars the flower would make him immortal and completely unkillable. And she feels really guilty about that. And I think what makes her feel even more guilty about that. Yay, we're talking about Jasper, and then I was comparing her to Jupiter from Thingamabob, and I was just talking about her and Mars real quick. But yeah, Jupiter felt really, really guilty for giving Mars the flower. The only comfort was that she did not know it would make him immortal. But part of the reason she feels so guilty for doing that is because she is grateful. Is because she does not know, if she had the prior knowledge that the flower would make him immortal and that giving it to him at that moment would permanently bind it to him, she does not know if she would not have made that same choice to save his life. Because I think the one thing with character Jupiter was she was so used to being alone, and then she became used to people leaving her. And now that's something she never has to worry about again. Because the only way her and Mars are going to get separated, really, is if she dies or fucks up enough that he will leave. And if he didn't leave after she made him fucking immortal, then there's not really gonna be a situation where he leaves. And that's why I love her, because she was a bit of a morally grey character. She always had the best intentions. She always had good intentions, but that doesn't mean that her methods were just, or her thought process was always the sanest. And I love how she developed into that. And that's what makes Jasper so very different, and I can't really say a lot about her because you guys don't know anything about Jasper's backstory yet. But what I guess I can say is Jasper is a very lonely character, and it's part of the reason why she feels so, like, conflicted and is so antsy and is so desperate to make a good impression, is because she is not used to having people around her. But I think more than that, she is used to people not liking her. And there are reasons for that. And it's not because she's an inherently unlikable person. It's more to do with her like upbringing, I guess, is the best way I can put it. But yeah, it's a fun thing that I don't know how much of Jasper's backstory is going to be brought up in Gardenfell, because a lot of it isn't relevant. Like, every other character has a backstory or like history that links back to something important, to something that like it makes sense for them to bring up during the course of the server or whatever lore they do. Jasper doesn't. Jasper's whole thing, and I think she's already said it on stream, she's written articles about Gardenfell before, and that's like her one connection to the place. She doesn't know anybody there. She's heard of a couple of them from articles that were written in the paper, or from them being notable people, but she doesn't personally know any of them. She is the biggest outsider out of everyone, and I love that for her character, because on one hand, for me, completely unintentional, I just hadn't communicated with anybody else. So she was just, you know, a separate entity amongst all of these people. And I think that also works. Why do you have to do this to me? I think that also works for her, you know, believing that she's dreaming. Because she is surrounded by all these unfamiliar, strange people. but some of them she has heard of, and it's like, well, dreams would do that, wouldn't they? Whoa, that was fucking weird. They would, like, take a stray thought or a stray memory and turn them into something a bit more developed than what you necessarily knew, at least in her mind and her understanding. I've had to do a lot of research into dreams for this character because, like, I didn't really go in thinking about it all too much. I was just like, oh yeah, she's gonna think that she's dreaming. And then I didn't really consider the ramifications of that. Or I did consider ramifications, I just didn't really think of how I was gonna play it, I guess is the better way of putting it. Hope you guys don't mind me ranting about lore whilst I end burst. I'm enjoying myself. Ow, my toes. Mitosis. But yeah, I just like my silly little characters, and I love Jasper. And if you guys have been following the lore that I've been doing for her and in Gardenfell, I very much recommend tuning in this Saturday. We haven't got a time yet, but probably around my usual time, unless Magix needs something different. Yeah, that stream and then the stream after it are going to be, I guess you could consider it Jasper's first arc. An 8-chapter first arc, which I think is quite respectable. How many arcs will she has? Who goddamn knows? It really depends. Really depends on like how long the server goes and how many ideas I have. I have a lot of stream ideas for after, but the exact through line of what is happening and what she is doing and where things go is I'm letting it kind of go with the wind. It really depends on the interactions that I have with people. And those interactions really depend on like a lot of factors. I do really want to go to an event at some point, and I'm really sad that I can't be there for this Sunday event as Jasper, because I think it would be really fun to be, but I might use it as a chance. That's a pretty good sword. As a chance for Lepion to do something, because there is something that I think he can do that links back to something that they did in the Halloween event. Depending on if a certain somebody is there, which I hope they are there. Loser, baby. Actually, is there a certain 2 people there? You're a loser just like me. I should not try singing. I've been drinking a Monster all day. Only 1-star reviews are our bottom at rock bottom company. Okay, do I think this is enough? That's 7 Master Balls. Maybe we try and get like a nice 8, because it is a Minecraft number. And that is the only reason. It's sandwich. Oh yeah, Ash, I was mentioning earlier, or like a minute ago, that I finally watched Do No Harm, the Kingdom Hearts fan dub. I loved it. I loved it a lot. It was very funny. I am like halfway through the commentary video, which I didn't even know they did at first. But I'm really happy that they did. And I'm gonna finish watching that after stream probably. Or if not, tomorrow, because I have babysitting tomorrow, so I kind of have to get a decent night's sleep. Oh, this is perfect. Give me your shit, and then I can go. Come on, sir. Hey. Thank you. Yay! Bingo! Now it is nether time! Oh god. It's funny that the nether actually scares me way more than the end does. Like, shulkers are annoying, but it's one of the funniest characters there, which is really fortunate as he has my screen time. Yeah, Holly did an amazing job. I didn't even realize that was Holly Holotones playing Sora until, like, I was watching the commentary video or, like, saw the credits. I was like, I thought that was Wayne. I thought that was Wayne Radio TV, but no, Holly Holotones just has that dynamic of a voice range. And it's their entire bit is they are like doing a comedian bit. Or they're doing it in the specific style of a certain comedian who I do not know the name of and do not care to remember. Will not lie. Okay, what I kind of need. Like spike. What I kind of need here is a fortress. And I know I think there is one nearby. But I'm guessing it's never what has been looted already, so we might have to go further field. Because that would be good. Why is there a... Oh, is that just giving me that symbol because I'm in the Nether? There's like a Netherwart symbol next to my little moon, my moon notifier. That's... I have a Litwick. I have a Litwick, Ash. I would go get it, but I have a Litwick. I got it specifically because I remembered you saying that you liked it. So, yeah. I have that in my PC at home. What are you? Oh. Yeah. No, get in there. Oh my god, there's two. No, that's not two. Wait, there is two. There is two. Double chance. Double chance. Yes! We get a second? No, we're getting a second. We're getting a Fuecoco. We're getting two Fuecocos. Oh god, I am so sad. I do not like Skeledirge. I'm sorry. I do not like Skeledirge. I was really hoping Fuecoco would be like a chili pepper dragon dinosaur crocodile thing by the end, but instead it was Skeledirge, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't love it. I prefer Meowscarada as like a final form. I think that's probably like the best of the Scarlet and Violet starters in terms of final form, but I just love Fuecoco as like a little baby. No, you're coming home with me. I know I already have one of you, but you're coming home with me anyway. Any starter that I ever see has to come home with me. I know how rare they are. The fact that we found two. I could give this to somebody else, but right now, mine. Yay! If anyone asks for one in the future, I might be like, I have a spare, you can has. But for now, it's my friend. I also need blocks. Oh, I'm gonna get murdered. No thank you, sir. I would rather, you not. Thank you. I want to hear, competitively that happened Super Chat a long time ago. Oh, sure. If it is a funny haha. I do like me, a silly funny ha-has. I do not know where I am going, by the way, guys. Everything's coming to a bitter, bitter end. And I'm looking for the positive. A few old friends tell you that this is the rapture and we've been left behind. So young with tired, sunken, baggy eyes. You know what? This might not be a very smart idea. We're gonna try it. Ooh, coming in a bit hot. Okay, I gotta remember to press the S key. Because the S key can actually help quite a lot in, slowing you down. I also don't do this in first person a lot, so this is a little clunky, but it's okay. All right, I think that's good. We can come down now. Thank you, Rouge. Elden Ring, Started shipping you with the streamer. Oh dear. Well, I hope that's something the streamer is comfortable with. That's not like a thing against you, Ash. That's just a thing against Twitch chats being fucking weird sometimes. So long as it's in the streamer's boundaries and they also think it's funny, then that is hilarious. But if not, that's like, oh. I've had like really long time ago, I had a few people in chat like say that they shipped me with one of my friends, and I was like, ew, fuck off. But nah, if they're on par of it, then I'm like, yeah. I did I don't know. It's like, people do it with a lot of creators, and like, okay, okay, this is gonna sound really bad. As a person who reads fanfiction, I can get it from like a character perspective. Especially if it's in like an RP setting, like Scott's Major, Vampire's SMP. His character and Avid's character had like a little thing. They never actually went anywhere because, spoiler alert, Avid died. Oh, there's a bastion. You know what? I'm going in. I believe in myself. And by that, I mean, I believe that I can find the chest and get out. Oh god, it is pretty surrounded, isn't it? Okay, it's just one kind of directly below me. Oh no, it's not one, it's a couple. They are directly below me. Okay. Sidra Air Ace, yeah, for real. Police supports the ship, you wouldn't talk about it if they didn't. Okay. I thought so. I thought so, because you're a good you're a goodie, Ash. You're a goodie. I don't know what that fucking means. You're great. So, you know, I assumed so. But wanted to double check, you know. Always better to be safe than sorry. Are they few here? Is this such a big deal? Wasn't your air ace? Yeah, I mean, it's not a thing that I like. It's on most of my social media at this point. It's not like I do anything to hide it. I just don't. You shouldn't have to constantly talk about your sexuality. And people shouldn't only not do things because of your orientation. People should just, like, respect boundaries and have common decency, in my opinion. But yeah, they fully support the ship, which makes a lot of sense that they do since you're talking about it. And that is very, very funny. It's very silly. Hi! Hi! Ah! Hi, guys! How are you doing? How are you doing today? I'm here to talk to you about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Oh no, you're dead. Okay. Oh. You're not dead. I'm sorry. I respect your religion. I just... Actually, I don't believe in God, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm here to ask you about your Lord and Savior, the Car's extended warranty. Low, I guess. Let me just, block that off. Ooh, that is good. Under pressure. Blocker iron. I need to get some shit out of my inventory. Into the backpack you go. Oh my god, guys, speaking of vampire. But yeah, the thing I was saying about Vampire's SMP is Scott and Avid's character had like a thing. And you know, it's totally chill for people to ship them because their characters canonically had a thing, even though it ended badly in the actual SMP. I don't think the creators would. I mean, I don't think many of them read fan fiction, but who knows? They probably look, or they definitely see what people post on Twitter at the very least. But in that case, it's like the characters, the creators did that in the roleplay. They were playing characters so long as people understand they're playing characters, and that Scott has a partner outside of like the SMP who is not avid, and they like understand that and they respect that and they just ship the characters, and I think that's completely acceptable and that's great and that's fun. I think it can get a little bit weird when people start doing that with the actual creators themselves, and there is like a very, very, very small line, because a lot of creators, especially in the Minecraft space, because it's such a creative game and it lends itself to kind of story plot lines, even in like non-RP settings. Like Hermitcraft, they do storylines on Hermitcraft. It's not a roleplay, but they do storylines, and they do act certain ways to be appropriate with those storylines. Which might not always be 100% in line with like them as people, and might just be for the content or for the fun. And yeah, main point is people can get weird and the lines can get a little bit blurry for some people. So I do get it, but I also think it's just, I've seen some messed up fan fiction. I have like a morbid curiosity. And I don't read a lot of stuff that like I don't morally agree with, but I will read like on AO3 they have the descriptions beforehand, so you know what you're getting yourself into when you click on something. And sometimes those descriptions are meaningless and don't help at all, and other times they're very informative. So I read those, and I have read some really, really horrendous, like, synopsises that have made me just look at, like, the name of the fic and shiver, because I'm like, why would anybody write something like that? Especially when it's to do with real people. And then I never click on it because I don't want to know how or what the hell happens in it, because, oh, some of the stuff is horrifying. Oh yeah, we found one. That's great. But yeah, TLDR, my point is, I get it. I get shipping is fun. Shipping is cool. It just gets very complicated and very sensitive when it comes to real people. I think what I would say, for me at the very least, since talking about it, Nervik, yeah, they have one of the I think they have Youngs. They have the Youngs mods, so better fortresses. So this is further away from spawn. We might actually, ooh, we might have a bit of a better chance getting no head. Ooh. We might have a better chance. Oh wait, actually, how many magma cubes did I get? Ooh, I can make this. That gives me pure fire resistance. I will need a normal backpack. You know what? We're gonna make that because that will make my life a hell of a lot easier. I did not realize the backpacks in this mod. One, they've been updated, so they have like... oh, it's a hat bag. We got an ice sleep mask. I have a couple hats. That's what the horns on my head are. They're from the Simple Hats mod. It's quite cool. I keep itching my nose right now. I'm having that thing again where I just keep itching my nose while I'm live, and it's hurting. I've got to stop. You've got to stop. Okay, all I'm missing is the lava. Do I have another bucket, or do I need to make one? I do have another bucket. Okay, I think there's a lava pool kind of nearby. And then there should be more backpacks down at Chris's. There's a horse ones. Is that not a normal one? Oh, that's annoying. I don't think you can... You can't make... a thingamabob normal if it's not already normal. I can get the lava from... I know it's a Nava. Whoa. I can get the lava from the Nether, but I think there's a lava pool nearby here and it will be safer. And I need to get wool now anyway, so... We need a piece of white wool. Actually, we probably need a bit more. I have like 1 bit of purple wool in my house, I think. So I need 2 more white wool. And then I can make another one of them purple. And then... And then, where? There's supposed to be a sheep here. But I don't see it. Oh, there you are. Actually, I can actually check. I can actually check if we have any looting books to put on my sword, because I'm gonna need wither skeleton skulls, unless I want to try go legendary hunting, because apparently they drop nether stars, which is quite cool. But yeah, there's lava like over this direction anyway, so we can just get that and then teleport back to the house, and we'll be good. Friends. There we go. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Wait. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's in there. Okay. Well, I have 2 bags of lava anyway, so I don't need that now. I still have not taken this song off my playlist. Why do I keep not doing that? Why do I keep rubbing my nose? I need to stop. Someone needs to bind my hands so I stop this nonsense. Oh, and I have purple dye! Perfect! Okay. Hey, guys, do you remember what I was talking about? I had completely forgotten what I was talking about before I got distracted by making this backpack. You know what? It's fine. Coherent sentences are overrated. If I don't remember and you don't remember, then I'm sure it was nothing important. Oh, I need more leather. We gotta go and kill the cows. Let's be honest, most of the things that I say aren't very important. We need a chest. I just ramble. Got distracted. Oh yeah, well I basically got to the end of that fort. And then we got to the wither station. Oh yeah, I was gonna say my boundaries on it. Which I guess I guess my boundaries on it is probably just like whatever works for the character that I'm playing. Me as a person, nothing and nobody. Because, not just because I'm asexual, but because it would be fucking weird. A lot of my close friends either do not like me on principle of their orientation, or have partners who they are dedicated to, or are asexual themselves. So, you know, not a great launch pad for people to work with, and I don't think they should try. As for, like, characters, it's a little different. I think Jupiter only with Sky, because that was canon. And I can allow the toxic ship of Panky. And then I have written, it wasn't meant to be a ship fic. It was supposed to be a bad end scenario. But I can't outright full like torture and angst. So it turned into Allura gaslight gatekeeps girl bosses her way into getting all the characters on her side by taking their souls and or other means. And characters Jay's whole thing was wanting to be loved, so it became kind of a shit thing between them. Which is really funny considering I ended up playing both of the characters eventually. It makes it very funny to me to think about it now. But you know, I wrote that one, so that one's fine. But probably just, you know, Sky. You know, yeah, I think I'll just put it like that. Shipping with, like, characters, I think should just happen with characters in the thing that it makes sense for, you know? I think that's what, like, every kind of thing comes to at the end of the day. People start shipping characters because they see some kind of chemistry there. Jasper in particular, I don't have any plans for them to have a romantic partner with any of the characters on Gardenfell. So, you know. It's not really a thing I'm thinking about, and she's probably my most ace character that I have, like, ever made. And that's saying that for me, who is an ace. That's, like, saying something, you know? But yeah, that's my little rant. Hopefully one of these chests has, like, Neverwart in it. Well, we got that as well. That's cool. I don't have that Pokemon, but I could get both of its forms now, which is awesome. Always take the obsidian because I might be able to use that for crafting shit. Don't really need to make my own portal. And take the iron because why the hell not? God, my nose is so itchy. My nose is so itchy, guys. Shadow Force, beat up, bombs, rope bombs, they're all yours, my friend. I've never watched the thing that's from. Most of my mannerisms are just references to references. To references. Most of them are from the fan dubs, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know this probably already. Most of the shit that comes out my mouth is just referencing the fan dubs. Ooh, sunny day. Very nice. Ooh, quartz. Very nice. A lot of friggin' from Steelbait. Oh, hell yeah. That's very I'm glad I looked. Jeez, is there any more up here? Well, that's one. Warts! The only time anyone has been happy to see a wart in their life. Oh, and there's some salt in here. I already have some of this at home, but we might as well take another piece. Let me see if I can find any more. Oh, there's a man. I am a gamer. Emphasis on the gay. No. Okay, well, there's some more. We're just gonna set this up in the house so that Chris has access to it. Okay, now this goes down to everything else. Okay, so I think I can make 3 Master Balls if I use all of the Nether Stars that Chris got, which he said I could. And then the one that I got. And I forgot to check if he had, what's it called? I forgot to check if we had a looting book. And I definitely need that. I definitely need that. Because this will be painful if I don't have that. Da -da -da. You're never satisfied. Run and hide. We also never did find a second ship in the end. So we could go back and do that, but I would kind of like to at least get the skills to fight a wither if possible. I feel like most people have been getting the nether stars from killing bosses, whether intentional or not. Like Brigade's design. Do we have like a Xenoblade convo topic in my server? If not, we should totally add one and you should put their picture in there. Oh yeah, did anyone go back in the Lost Gardenfell lore and see the thing that me and Lizzie were talking about? I did kind of realize that because of where Lizzie was positioned, there is a small chance it might not have been properly on the camera. Just because of the framing, they were high up, I guess is the only hint I'll give you. But I'm actually not sure if you could see them in the final footage. I didn't go and check. I just had the thought, like, the other day, wondering if it was actually visible. If it wasn't, it's okay. Because we'll see them again next stream, most likely. But yeah, I'm excited. I love Gardenfell lore. I'm having a lot of fun with my silly little character. She's just baby. She's really just baby. All I do in life is play Minecraft, do roleplay, and lie. What do I lie about? Taxes. For legal reasons, that is a joke. And also it is 100% a joke because I'm unemployed and I don't pay taxes. But when I was employed, I did pay taxes. I also just realized this would be a lot more effective if I actually put the backpack on that gave me fire resistance. Only thing you kind of saw was invisible entity leading some rats. Yeah, that was the a guy from the rats mod. He does the wandering trader thing. It was just before that. It was either really dark on the stream and therefore hard to see them, or because they were in the trees, I wasn't able to spot them. Which is something I'll have to talk to Lizzie about for next time to make sure that people can actually see them. But you know, stream is gonna be different next stream. I'm gonna be with a fun little guy, and that fun little guy is called Magix, and I'm excited. That you are beaten now. Because the fire needs feeding now. That's the facade everyone here might vow. I'll embrace this wonderland crown. But yeah, I'll have to go back into that stream and see if it's actually possible to see the thing I'm talking about or not. I just haven't had the time. I'm actually going to be quite busy this week because my sister's back from holiday, so I'm babysitting again. But along with that, I'm hopefully going to be looking at getting some new PC parts from my friend on Wednesday. The lovely Charlie. We were going to do today, but then I had babysitting, so we had to change it. And might double check after stream. Yeah. It is literally after I leave Angelica's grave. There are 2 times that I see it. And deliberately don't call attention to it, and I'm unsure now if it was even visible on stream. But after I leave Angelica's grave is the biggest hint I can give you, really. Okay, we need better looting, because otherwise this is not gonna work. So let me go over here. It's not the right bag. We need my squid bag. Bring the waystone back out. And then we go Quizzy Base. Nope. Let's see. Looting 2. Swift sneak, no. We can check the villagers downstairs. It's mending and unbreaking that they have, but they might have gotten others. You're still novice. You're still novice. Do I have... I do have emeralds. I can trade with you. You want to give me anything? Did I get any paper? I did not get any paper. Density. That is so useless. Okay. I mean, looting 2 is better than nothing, but I would like looting 3. Do I want to ask people for help? No, because I'm a self-sufficient woman. I'm also afraid of social interaction. PC time! Yippee! Yeah, thankfully, Kat sent me a thing so I can actually check my PC. How did you get there? Oh, you must have flown down. Sent me a thing so I can check my PC parts, and actually, you know, figure out what exactly they are and what they're compatible with. Because I don't know, and I don't have... It doesn't tell you, and it's annoying. So I'm gonna look into that, and then I'm gonna compare it to... Oh, wait! Instantly perfect. We can combine these. Oh. Combine to looting 3. There we go. Awesome. That was really, really easy. The gods smiled upon me today. They truly did. Behave like vanilla bees now. Forgot about that. Yeah, literally when I was getting the bees, I had a beehive with 2 combis in it, and I was like, I do not know if these are gonna work in a bee farm the way that normal bees do, so I took them out and replaced them with normal bees. I did not hear her. I did not. How are you guys doing? You're doing well. Why do you all say 12:30? What does that mean? Medica, explain. What does that mean? Because they all didn't come into existence at 12:30 because it is not that time. I think they do, but I don't remember 100%. Yeah, I think they do. It seemed like they work the same, but I also wasn't willing to risk it. I already had an issue with the farm where 3 of the 5 beehives that I had already had honey in them, and therefore were not being harvested after I set up the dispensers. So I had to shear them and replace the dispensers afterwards, and it just became a whole thing, and the bees kept escaping. It was annoying, but I managed to fix it. Which is very, very good. Okay, we're gonna put you back up there. We're gonna bring you back down here because you're the one that I'm actually gonna need, and we'll put you guys in there again. And then what we are gonna do is we're gonna go back to the fortress, and we're gonna try and get some stuff. And I'm gonna keep picking this up because I'm very paranoid of somebody taking it. And what I really want to do, I'm gonna need this back down again. What I really want to do is just set up a Wither Skelly killing area. Not an impressive one, mind you. Just something like this. Okay. We'll just have to set these up in various places. Oh, of course, there's a guy. We're gonna set this up here. Where is that bitch? Yes, I did! I found 1 looting 2 book in Chris's stash, and then instantly the first enchantment book I put in enchantment table gave me looting 2 again. So we instantly got to combine them and got looting 3. Which is like mad lucky, because I could have been there for literal hours trying to get looting. But no, it just worked out. So that is amazing for me, specifically. There's apparently another guy somewhere over here. We just need 2 skulls, because I already have one at home. What? Come on, sir. And thankfully, because of the backpack, we don't have to worry. Ooh, well, that gave me a cool epic loot bag. That's fun. Oh. I don't even see that guy. I don't even know them. I don't go here. I know where that comes from. I've just been saying it a lot. It comes from Snapcube, obviously, but I don't know what Snapcube thing. Oh, there's more guys down here. And there's more guys down there! Yay! Hey, fellas! Oh. I'm sorry. You guys want to come up? That doesn't work for you, does it? That scared the shit out of me. I'm trying to help you guys. There you go. Come on. Where have they gone? Come here. Come on. Oh, please move, sir. Thank you. Why do you find self-care scary? Did I say that? Oh yes, we got one! What did I say that implied I find self-care scary? I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't remember where that comes from. You're out of this town. Oh wait, no, that wasn't what scared me. What scared me is the fact that the hydrate sound effect is a Minecraft potion drinking noise. And for a second I thought like there was a mob or like a witch or something in the area that was also going to try and kill me. It was because it's a Minecraft sound, not because of anything else. Has this guy jumped? I know it's tempting, sir, but you really shouldn't do that. Or did he just... Or is he just above? He might just be above. I said, I said, hey, Mr. Hey, where would you show me out of this place? Mr. Hey. No, it's funny. It just confused me for a second. I thought I'd said something and instantly forgot it. Yeah, this woman's poison. I love this song. It good. Hi, friends. You guys want to be friends? You guys want to be my friend? Hi, friends. What a beautiful complexion. Come on. It is so weird being in the Nether after playing on Fungi for like, not Fungi, but after playing on Gardenfell for like however many months it's been and not being allowed to go there. Technically I have been to the Nether on Gardenfell, simply because of admin things. The Nether was broken, we had to fix it, we had to confirm that you could enter it. We set up a waystone in there just in case something broke with the portals again, as just a backup. We had to set up the area for where people are first gonna enter. That is gonna be in the Nether. So like I have been there, but I haven't played in the Nether, you know? And like this server, there was no closed Nether or end. There's literally availability to get to them from the spawn. From the get-go, you could go to the Nether or End before chopping wood, technically. And there's no like rule about not getting netherite or using it yet. Like a couple people have netherite and just can't use it yet because it's not allowed till the nether is open, which I completely agree with. I completely agree with Lizzie for that. If it wasn't for the mods that we have, you wouldn't even be able to get netherite in the overall overworld. It's just like extremely, extremely rare loot. And hello, Sarah. Hello. Come on. Hello. You're right. That didn't go exactly how I wanted it to, but that's okay. But yeah, it's really weird. Especially since I'm probably gonna go netherite mining. In a bit. Though in fairness, netherite mining is like really boring to do on stream. But we might tricked you by playing stupid. The thing is, I 100% knew that was gonna happen. I was just like, if I hit it, it's gonna fall. So what I meant to do. And the only option was really to bait it until it listened. Hello? Come on. Well, that wasn't very helpful now, was it? Items as good as netherite, like terrestrial armor, banned as well. No. But I think a lot of that kind of stuff isn't very easily accessible. You have to work for it. You have to work for it, and sure, you have to work for netherite as well, especially in the overworld, because it is like, it's incredibly rare. Like, the only way to really get it is, I've gotten a couple netherite items from like loot chests. Obviously last stream, both me and Magix found a piece of netherite. I got some scrap. He apparently got an ingot, though I'm not sure if he did or if it was just some like black iron. Because I'm not gonna lie, I went to a bunch more of those graveyard structures looking for more netherite, and I could not find any. Not that I was gonna use it, I just like stockpiling, and I was really bored, and I could not get on this server. Like, this server for like a full day would not let me on until it did some restart bullshit. I could not get on it because it hates British people. Made of terrestrial armor long before never open on fungi. I guess that's true. I mean, not gonna lie, from the trash, I got Elementium boots. Which I have given away to my Secret Santa because I know they do Britannia stuff, and I don't believe they have them yet. And I'm like, I can probably get them myself later if I want them, but I imagine I'm gonna be sticking with the Irons armor because I like it, and I want the Battle Mage stuff. That's kind of what I'm gunning for, personally. So I don't need them. But Funky was very casual, so there wasn't really those kind of restrictions. I don't actually know if... Whoa. I don't actually know what the stance on that kind of stuff is on Gardenfell, because I haven't actually looked, because it wasn't something that concerned me since, you know, I wasn't messing with that kind of stuff. And most of the other better armor suits are either really difficult to get or aren't possible without netherite. Like, the Battle Mage armor that I want needs netherite in order to make it. And like the broom upgrades that I want need netherite for those. So a lot of like the high-end armor other than the Britannia stuff really relies on either you playing a lot and doing that kind of stuff to get it. Or whatever. But I think it's just netherite as the principle, you know? You're only supposed to be able to get it from the nether, and since the nether isn't open, you shouldn't use it. You know, it's Lizzie's rules. It's not a rule that I would have if I was running the server, but I do agree with it. I do very much agree with it. And Netherite isn't even a needed thing. Like, I'm not going to be getting it on this server, even though I have full ability to. I'm going to get it for the Master Balls, but I'm not going to bother with, like, my armor and tools and stuff. Literally, I had no plans on even getting any form of Netherite until I realized you need it to make Master Balls. That is my only motivation for having it. This is a short-running server. It's going to be here for 2 months. I don't see the point in spending all that time getting stuff. And I know, like, I mean, you could say the same about Funky Festival, which I did get Netherite on off-stream. But that was a, I need something to do, and I hadn't actually gotten Netherite on a server in a really long time. Come over here, sir. These guys are just not liking me. Ugh. Is there another guy over here? Oh, there's one down there. Hi, sir. Yeah. Run, 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 run. Somebody's following them. Run, run, run. Okay. Wanted to be someone. Hey, sir. You come here. Oh, there's another man. Is because it has inbuilt mending and gives you a permanent regen buff, so it's arguably better than Netherite. How difficult is it to get Terrasteel armor? My understanding of Botania is Elementium is the last one. But I might be wrong on that. It could very well be Terrasteel is the better. Because again, seriously? Did that? Oh, it lagged because she was standing there. I understand. But yeah, like I said, I haven't personally messed with Botania a lot. I've watched Nifferif's video with playing with Botania multiple times at this point, and it's one of the only things that's really making me interested in playing with it. That and the fact that, you know, I don't really have many other things to play with right now. I can't play with Oz Nouveau because of some lore things that I've decided for myself. And they're not going to be particularly far away. It's just going to be like a couple, like another month or 2 before I can start playing with that stuff. Irons I've pretty much exhausted, other than upgrading my armor and things to Netherite. Because I can't really, I mean, I can get a couple better spells than what I'm using, but for the most part, I have like the best possible spells that I can achieve, because we can't use legendary ones except for like specific ones. Quite a bit of iron diamonds and ender pearls and a lot of mana. Ender pearls is like the hardest thing to get on Fungi, though me and Magix both commented last time that we can now actually get ender pearls from killing endermen, which was not the case before. Before we had to buy them or find them in loot chests, because endermen dropped chorus fruit, which I think was a part of the celery mod. I don't know if it was removed, or if, like, the config was just changed to allow endermen to drop stuff now. It's not too difficult to get them, because we do have, like, an ender sales villager from, like, one of the mods who you can buy. Actually, no, that's the alchemist. The cleric sells them, actually. Not even the end guy. End guy doesn't even sell them. It's the cleric. You need a lot of mana. Yeah, the mana is the thing that, like, I struggle to wrap my head around in, that is like, I understand how the different ways of obtaining mana, and I know there are ways to see how much mana you have, but it all seems like such an annoying thing to do. But I guess that's part of the point. It's the tech mod. You're basically making your energy source more and more powerful so you can achieve more and more cool things. That's kind of the long and short of the whole thing. You really spawned on top of my protections, didn't you? You really had to do that, didn't you? Shit ton of coal to generate mana. Yeah, I know that's one way of doing it. Since we have create on Thingamabob, I would be tempted to make a Kakamaris machine. Yeah, dude, can you... Oh, that's not where I wanted to put that. Like Snifferish made in their video. It would be slightly different because I don't have the exact same mod list that Sniff has in their Making Magic series. So they use mystical agriculture in order to like grow a couple of the ingredients that they need. Which we can't do, but we do have botany pots, so we can do some of it to automate the process. I would just probably have to make my own custom machine, which is like the problem for me. I don't think I have the know-how. One thing I want to make with Create, which I've only seen one person like do before and post online, is I want to make a carousel. I want to make a working carousel with Create. And I don't know how to do it. Because I think how normal carousels work is the top of them move and the bottom is stationary, or maybe it's the other way around. And maybe it depends. Maybe I don't think the whole thing moves. I'll have to watch a video of like carousels to see how they work. Is there a how it's made on carousels? That would really help me and me specifically. Not that it has to be realistic in any case. I just, you know, want to know how I want to make it. It's making it look good and also making it functional. But there's got to be a way to do it. It's just doing it right, you know? Potatoes. Drop potatoes, man. Yeah, I know that. It's a very simple thing to do. I didn't know at the time because, again, I hadn't messed with... It'd been years since I'd even seen anything of Botania at that point when we were on Fungi. But I've seen Sniff do it now, so... Yeah. But I want to make a working carousel. I know how to make, like, elevators, and... I haven't made a train before, but I roughly know how it works. Actually, I want to see... I don't know if it's a default thing in Steam and Rails that trains can go through the Nether in Create. But if it is, I might make, or even like, if it's not, I might just make like a Nether railway. Because one of the things that I've been thinking of doing is making like a train station to get from spawn to Lizzie's place because of how far away it is. And I just think it would be really cute. Oh, there's a hone edge. I want you. Excuse you. Where are you? Oh, don't leave. Pretty please. Be my friend. Don't go in the fire. No! Go through the Nether without additions. Okay. Because I was thinking it would probably be a lot less laggy if I set up a train station in the overworld that then took you through the Nether and then popped you out at Lizzie's, because then the train station wouldn't be in the overworld, it would just be in the Nether, and people are going to spend a lot less time in there than they will in the overworld. It's something I'm going to have to test, though, and also talk to Lizzie about, because something like that, there's a lot of things to think about. Because there's kind of like two ways I can do it to make it like functional properly. And that's either we just have one train with a button on each platform that calls it to that station if it's not already there. Or actually, there's 3 ways we can do it. You either call it with a button, it works on a schedule and just loops around on that schedule infinitely. So like every 10 minutes it goes like from one station to another. And then it would just be constantly running, which might be more laggy than just having a like switch to kind of call it to each place, but it would take time. Like if it's not at the station that you're at, it would probably be annoying because you'd have to call it and then you'd have to wait for it to arrive, and then it becomes this whole thing. Or we have 2 trains, which could be more laggy because then that's double the amount of contraptions. But theoretically, if we made a button that could call a train to the station or send it to the other station at both platforms, then theoretically there would always be at least 1 train at a station, so long as people, you know, sent them to their correct places when they were meant to, which is a lot of user input. But it's the best solution I can think of. What's up? Hello, Devoid Mima. Hello, having a lovely day. We are just talking about the create mod while playing on a server where there is no create mod. Though there is a lot of like Cobblemon additions to create that are really, really cool. Possible to call trains with a button without add-ons on create. I mean, I imagine it works like elevators, right? It might not. Again, I haven't done train stuff. I know you can set a schedule, but I don't know about buttons. But if the only option is to set a schedule, then that means it would be constantly running, and I don't know. Sorry, what the fuck? What the fucking about? We're talking about setting up a train. Oh, wow. That's quite a while. Hell yeah. Welcome back. We're just fighting wither skeletons because I want to fight a wither because I want to make master balls because they need nether stars to make master balls. I can already make a couple. Well, if I had netherite. This is where I'd put my netherite. If I had any. Maybe let's kill a couple more skellies and then we'll go netherite mining, because honestly, we might have a better chance getting netherite than getting a wither skeleton skull at this point in time. Anyway, brag about Butlam out. I've not been here in a bit, but that's Vif there. I need to shave. Keep up the pace like I'm dying for it. I am too used to hearing this song in like Nightcore. I'm so used to it going like double the speed. This is so slow. I'm only getting started. This time. With the crate stuff in it. No, this isn't. The current server that we are on is Lumamon, and Lumamon does not have the crate mod on it, unfortunately. We were talking about create because I am on another server, which is a lore SMP called Gardenfell, which has the create mod, and I have kind of set myself to go, oh my god, we are awesome. We are awesome. We got them. Okay, we can go mining for netherite now. Does anybody want to look up what level I should be at for mining netherite? I don't remember. Yeah. Don't you worry. I don't mind re-explaining. But yeah, Gardenfell is very, very cool. I love it a lot. I've been having a lot of fun playing on it. It was like -18 and -11. I want to say it's like -40? So like in between that. We'll go for in between that. Okay, that goes up. So we want to be going down, which is going to be a thing. Even though it's around -15. Okay, yeah, we're all got like around the same locations in mind. But yeah, with these wither heads, we might not fight the wither today. We might save that for another day. I will hopefully be back on the server again this week for lore at the weekend. Sorry, my brain going burr. It go burr. I'm actually really struggling to actually get my words out right now. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck me. This is okay. This is all fine. Oh, that's awful biome. I don't want to neverite mine there. Can I mine below the lava? Do I even bother? Nah, we're flying away. You don't -15. Okay. Okay. If that's what you recently did and it worked out, we'll go for it. But we are not doing it in a basalt. I think actually like Soul Sand Valley is supposed to be the best place. So I could always teleport back to the spawn and go through the portal again. But I imagine a lot of people have been netherite mining there. So what we're actually gonna do... Hey, barely took any damage. Thank you, my friends. Go to bed. What was I saying? Oh yeah. We're talking about another SMP called Garden Fell that I really, really love. That has a create mod on it because I've set myself the goal of kind of connecting everybody's bases back to spawn with like different paths and stuff. And that's gonna be easy for like a lot of people because most people, at least, if it's not their main base, they have a secondary base that is nearby spawn for like lore purpose and reason. But Lizzie and Miles, and I think Dov also lives with them maybe, or like near them. They live like 1,000-something blocks away. Because they converted a naturally spawning structure that is from like the Create Supplementaries quirk, like one of those generation compatibility mods, into a tavern because they didn't want to build one themselves, which is completely valid. But it is also kind of funny because the town tavern is really far away. Wait. Is minus and never is up. Okay, yeah, we have to go up, don't we? Never is in the ceiling? Or am I stupid? Guys, am I stupid? Help, guys, help. Am I stupid? I'm confused. I've confused myself. -15. That's gonna be up. It's just 15. Okay. I was gonna say, that's me getting confused because I forgot the Nether had different X and Y because the Nether is supposed to be... Nether is either upside down or like below the overworld. There's actually a mod I saw that turns like Minecraft into Terraria in the sense that the other dimensions... I forgot I'm fireproof. It turns the other dimensions into like... They just all stacked on top of each other, and then they also added in like the Aether to go above, and then a deep dark biome to go below. Also, wait, what am I doing? No, there we go. Okay. We need chunk border. Okay, there we go. And I have 2 pick. Actually, I should have 3 pickaxes, so we should be like really good for a while. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. It's confusing. It's been a while since I've been in Nether. For someone who plays Minecraft, like, religiously, and we already found some. Oh my goodness. Someone who plays this game religiously, I don't go to the Nether very often. Vulture culture. Any hungry hunger. I should have kept those bones, but you know what? They're gone now, so we're gonna deal with it. Okay. Just make sure nothing else is there. Okay, we're good. What was I saying? about Thingamabob? Think about Gardenfell as much as he did Mithril back when it was still running. Oh my goodness! That makes me really happy, actually. For my first, like... This is the first, like, lore SMP other than Mithril that I have really been putting my heart and soul into. Just because it's been, like, a really good, comfortable environment. It's not a super short-running thing that, like... And there's not a thing that I'm not vibing with. I can be quite particular about servers and, like, all this kind of stuff. And I don't mean to be. It just, like, shit happens, you know? Shit happens, and I'm not at liberty to discuss it. In most cases, because, you know, people don't want to start shit. I don't know the be-alls and end-alls of shit, and I don't care enough. But, it's a really nice, positive environment, and it's run by one of my very good, very dear friends. So, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm really excited about it, and oh my god. There is... Okay, so, like, the coming up events for Gardenfell are to lead up to the Nether opening. So, the event this Sunday, which I am not going to be streaming, for multiple reasons, is part 1 of the Nether opening. We do not get access to Nether in that stream, but it is kind of the setup for when we do. And the stream after that is going to be something. And it's something that I have set up, and I also cannot be at that one. I kind of wasn't ever intending Jasper to show up to it. If they can't show up to the precursor, I don't think they should show up to the final of it. I also don't think they would be much help, to put it lightly. And also, because it is something quite technical and command blocks that I have personally set up, I want to make sure that I am able to be there in case something breaks. So, you know, that is going to be my prerogative during that whole stream. And hopefully good things happen and I don't actually have to fix anything. But yeah, it'll be a moment. Ooh, I just thought of something excellent, actually. I just thought of something excellent that I need to pitch to Lizzie about all of that. Give you an Omnitrix from Pensen. Oh, that is so fun. That's what I'm looking forward to on Fungi, because I have Spectral Hammer, so I can mine out a 5x5 area. It's actually longer. It's actually a 5x6 area. Well, it's like a square. So it's a 5x5x6, like this way, area that I can mine out at once. If I was messing with ours, yeah, I could probably mine out a chunk at a time. And I don't think ours cares about blocks that it destroys. It might if it's netherite. If it's something indestructible, like bedrock or obsidian or netherite, it might function differently. But I'm not messing with ours yet, so we're just gonna rely on Spectral Hammer, and it will be really, really fun. And I'm looking forward to it. I am so looking forward to it. I'm definitely... I mean, we'll see if I stream that. I'm not gonna be there for the Nether opening, so I feel like I should do something of me just, like, chilling in the Nether, when we're able to, and, like, gathering resources. Because that'll be fun. I don't know what Jasper's introduction to the Nether is gonna be. I don't really have a plan for it. The Nether isn't really a Jasper kind of place, but they're gonna need to find out about it. And actually, thinking about it and how things work out, the only character who she knows who is going to know anything about the Nether, is going to be Con, which is Magix's character, who, like, I'm meeting them in the next stream, or Briar. So that'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting for whenever that happens. Half of the stuff is going to be figuring out, like, how characters learn things from people, because Elle can't go to the event when Nether opens, and Val, Lizzie's, like, PC character, can't go because they'll be playing Briar for the event, so... So very funny. Calling for Fungabax, and I keep doing it. I keep doing it. because they're both servers run by Lizzie, and their mods aren't too dissimilar. They are different, definitely, but like it has Botania, it has a lot of the same furniture mods and like farmers stuff. It's beefier, but they're very, very similar. It even has some of the same people on it, just, you know, less people because it's a lore thing. So it's very much more focusing on like actual creators and lore heads and that kind of stuff. Because that is thy purpose. How much do we have? We have 6, which is 1 ingot, and I need 2 for a master ball. So if I have 3 nether stars, and I need 2 ingots per thing, that is 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 3 is 20, 20, 26? 3 times 8, 24. How do I fuck that up? Oh, wait, I know how I fuck that. I know how I fucked that up. The way that I do maths a lot of the time, when it's numbers like that, I will convert. So like 16 plus 8. 2 8s are 16, 16 plus 8. I turn that 16 into an 18, then I only have to plus 6 to it, which is less for me to count. I forgot that I'd done that, so I ended up counting from 18, adding 8. Which got me 26, which I don't even think is correct. So, yeah, you can tell I'm getting tired. Finish my monster quickly. Oh my god, guys. I haven't eaten my ginger biscuits. I have them in my mouth now. I'm chewing, but there's a legendary Pokemon. There he is! Can I be bothered to try and get out to him? I don't have a Master Ball yet. I probably can't catch him. I mean, I could dig straight up. Can I be bothered, though? Can I be bothered? The answer is no. Something you guys will learn is that I'm quite selective about, the Pokemon that I catch. And a Corviknight on the same team, poor Corviknight having to be on the same team as his predator. No, for real. I actually think I had that. And, actually, no, I never did. I got something in my eye. Ow. I think I had a Corviknight, in Sword and Shield, and then a Tinkertuff in Scarlet and Violet, but I never had both at the same time, I don't believe. But I love that they went, oh yeah, we can't have Corviknight taxi service in Paldea because the Tinkertuffs will kill them. And their solution was to get the goddamn, like, parakeets to pull everything around, and I'm like, you have to get, like, 6 birds. That's, like, Pokemon abuse right there, I'm pretty sure. So funny. Aww. It is quite silly. I love weird Pokemon stuff. Pokemon could be, like, surprisingly dark and depressing sometimes. Like with the, Galarian, what is the coral Pokemon called? I forgot. I forgot, but they're dead. They're bleached white coral in Galar, and it's really sad. Feels like it would be, I don't know, we're not really known for our coral reefs. It's kind of fun because like it's after Alola, and Alola was when they had the Marini who were overhunting the Corsola, that's it. The Marini were overhunting the Corsola population, and like the generation after we then get... Oh, night night. Me talking about Pokemon, my dad coming to say goodnight. That means we have to be quiet, Jay, now. But it's okay. We'll, I need 24, which I'm definitely not gonna get today. So we might just get... Oh, I say that and then I instantly find a bunch of Nephirite. We'll try. We'll try in the next 30 minutes. And if we don't, then we'll just take what we have home and make what we can. We don't even make 2 anyway. So we might just see if I can get 16, which is just 6 more, which shouldn't be too difficult. And I can get the rest later, because I don't even have the final Wither Star, and we probably won't have time to fight the Wither today. Do you guys want to see me fight the Wither on this server, or do you not care? Because we fought a Wither a lot previously, and like everyone knows how it's done. But if you guys want to see it, I will hold off on doing it until next Lumamon stream. Because of pollution. Yeah, it is, but my point is with that thing is that it's a kind of it's a coincidence, but it's interesting, you know? We have a predator come about for Corsola, and the next generation it gets a variant that is dead. And they might not be in the same region. I don't even know if you can get Marini in Galar. But it's definitely interesting. You're not super bothered? Okay. Then I might do it off stream. What I might see that we can do is oh, see, I don't know if this is public knowledge. I was gonna say something about the fungi event and see if we can experience it out of lore, but I don't know if I can talk about what it is. Because I don't know if there's a good chance I've mentioned it before, but I don't know if that's allowed. Is that allowed? So we're gonna hold off on that. But I mean, I can always fight a Wither on Funky, because I already have enough skulls to do that on that server. And I think it would be kind of fun to maybe even, like, go on the Nether roof and fight it. Because it's less dangerous than doing it in the overworld, because I don't have to worry about it destroying someone's place. But it's still, not as safe as it would be if I trapped it in the bedrock. So that could be fun. We could get, like, an actual proper Wither fight. Said about color theme. I've seen a few Galarian versions of Pokemon. Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple Galarian. I like the Pokemon variants for different regions. I think that's a very fun concept. Part of me wishes they almost did more with it. Or like, since they've been doing remakes, it would be kind of cool if they went back and like, oh, we discovered this regional form of this Pokemon in this region recently. Just to give like a bit of interest. They kind of do that. I mean, they've kind of done that with Sinnoh, but they're almost like just fossil Pokemon at that point. Because they're not Sinnoh variants, they're Hisui variants, and yes, Hisui and Sinnoh are the same thing technically, but you understand what I mean. They're different. It's past versus present. They don't actually exist in present Sinnoh. I don't even know if there's like a canonical reason that you're able to get them in Scarlet and Violet other than like the Pokemon Bank. I don't know if that's a thing. Oh, of course. Well, we go. I don't know how, like, it works on a lore sense, and you guys know how I feel about lore. I should watch, Logstan and Noggin videos again, because he covers Pokemon lore. And it was very fun, the past few bits that I saw of it. But I can't say I've watched them in a while, because y'all know my interest in Pokemon has been kind of all over the place. I am interested in it, but I've also been hurt too many times by Game Freak. I've talked about it enough, I'm not gonna go through all of it again. But y'all know I have opinions about this franchise and the way they spend their money. This is the way that they love. This is the way, and it makes me sick. Yeah, and I need it more. There is a trainer in DLC that gives you his Hisuian Growlithe, so I'm assuming they either migrated to another region or they're very endangered. I mean, they have, like, canonical ability to revive fossils, but there's also been confirmation that the revived fossils aren't, like, 100% like the original Pokemon, at least in some of their cases. Or I think there's lore about that for some of the fossil Pokemon that, like, it's as close of a recreation as they could get, but it might not be 100%. Or, like, literally, like, Galar's whole thing is that the fossils were put together wrong because the British Museum did that in real life. When they didn't know what a dinosaur was, I'm trying to think of a way to... what to call the people who discover dinosaur bones other than, like, archaeologists. Some bitch would put the bones together in what they assumed would be a correct formation and just made up dinosaurs with no real logic or science behind it to link the bones together, so they just put them together wrong. Which makes some really funny looking designs that do not look like Pokemon at all, but, like, for the real world joke that they are riffing off of, I think it's great. But yeah, obviously the Hisui variants are different than that because, well, they're perfect to the time period because we've been in that time period and we've played it. So, like, either the Hisui variants that we find are, like, have had a resurgence. Maybe they do exist in Sinnoh in modern day, but are, like, really rare or endangered, or they are, like, fossil Pokemon. You just can't obtain them as fossil Pokemon in the games because, well, you can't get fossils of them in the games because of Pokebank. It wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. This is me theorizing and doing stuff. This is the one thing that, like, well, not the one thing, there's many things that know about Pokemon, but I'm, like, a massive, like, lore person. I love a good story, I love a good, like, all of that kind of stuff, and Pokemon is the least focused on that kind of thing. They care about making marketable plushies and, giving the competitive scene something to, like, talk about and something to change the dynamic of those battles. They care about gimmicks that will help them sell more copies. They don't care about the story, really, and there are some gems. I love Gen 4's story, especially Platinum, and I love, like, from what I've seen of the Black and White story, it's really good. And they have a couple of gems. Like, I don't think Sun and Moon was particularly great for its story, but I love Team Skull. I also hate what they've done to the evil team structure. Everyone loved them for being goofy. They were still antagonists, but they weren't really, like... they were just thugs. And they weren't even behind the, like... the big, you know, world-ending plan. They wanted to have a twist villain in Lusamine, which, like, I think that's fun. It was something that Pokemon hadn't really done before. I mean, they had elements of that in Gen 5, but it was very different. Like, Gen 5 was everything was being controlled by Getsis, but N was the face of it. So if it went like to shit, he'd be a little bit scot-free. He was just a mass manipulator, basically. Also makes sense since they seem to be mostly based on endangered or extinct animals. Oh, are they? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I know a couple of like foxes, which are Zoroark's inspiration typically, are quite rare. I think, what is it, the Darwin fox is endangered, but that one's like a black fox, I think. Technically any animal is endangered if you search hard enough. They'll have one version or like specific breed of it that is going extinct. Or at least there are articles that will argue that they are. Whether they're completely factual or not is well, it varies, but you know. Then yeah, but Xenoblade Lord, are you? Never thought of it, I guess. I guess I just never was a moment. A lot of like fungi was late night stuff. I also imagine it must have been like, I don't know, not weird, but like you're put into an environment where like obviously you know me and you hear me talk about my stuff all the time, but it was our first time really properly having conversation, like verbal conversation, because the Mithril recordings were mostly just me directing people, and everyone being quiet while I did that because they were respectful and listening. And then, yeah, don't mind me while I just, okay, that's good enough, yeah. Yeah, point being, first time talking to a lot of those people, and then also being in an environment of a lot of people who already knew each other can make it a little bit difficult to, you know, jump into that sort of thing, especially when no one else has played it before, or knows much about it. Yeah, honestly, I wasn't like expecting anybody who wasn't like a friend of Lizzie's or something to be added. I think Lizzie said to me they just added people who they recognized in like a positive light, which ended up being quite a lot of people. I do think Berger and Estelle almost got added for the second wave. But I think Lizzie decided at that point that they were probably just gonna stick to streamer friends moving forward, which is something that I understand. It can be kind of it can be kind of an awkward thing. Not an awkward thing, I don't think is the right word, but it can be kind of like a what is the word? It's a thing that you have to be careful about, including viewers in something like that. Because then you will get people who are like, well, why can't I be included in this if so-and-so is included in that? And then it can become an issue. Not even with the, like, not even with you, Ash, but just with, like, other viewers, which thankfully our community isn't like that, but you never fucking know. But yeah. You can literally see how I'm like digging around these chunk borders here. We need to go somewhere else. You know what? That's just like a little lava pocket. Let's dig through that. There we go. Into the choir, and life a little higher. Give me your desire. Be the one you rely on. No, you can't look away. Save you. Don't mind this real quickly. We're just gonna keep mining forward. Yep, there we go. Getting this backpack was like a stroke of genius. I'd never realized these backpack gives you abilities. But this made my life so much better. It's been so weird playing on this server after playing solely on Gardenfell, because with all the like the trinkets and rings and stuff on there, I don't have to worry about fall damage, I don't have to worry about fire damage. There's very few things that really pose a threat to me, and now on this server it's like, yep, if I take too much damage I will die. If I jump from too high of a fall I am going to perish. So it different. But it's very, very fun. I have been enjoying it quite a lot. I'm mainly worried that I'm going to run out of things to do. The main thing that's going to keep me on is my shiny hunt, which hopefully once I start using the Masuda method will get a lot easier for me. I just need Chris to show up. But, you know, he'll be here when he is here. He's got dissertations and shit going on because he's a university boy. Which is very valid. I know I've built a swallow. There's a Volcarona over there. I already have a Love Esther though, so I don't need it. I want you and you're somebody else. Representative of yourself. Actually, I don't know if I should talk about this right now, but I'm gonna bring it up because it's been on my mind recently. I mentioned a bit ago, so my pick is dying. I mentioned a bit ago that I'm like working on a mod pack for a server that I'd love to run in the future. And it's one of those things like I have committed myself to making a completely custom spawn area for it, and I am probably going to do it 100% myself and maybe just get like people to help me with interiors, because if I do all, I'm a lot more better and I think more comfortable doing exteriors. Or at least if I'm just doing exteriors, I can move on quickly, and if I need a palette cleanser, I can do an interior if I have ideas for it. And I have a mod pack for it. I've made a couple of edits to it. But all of that stuff is like ready. Also, we love Ella Red. This song is amazing. But yeah. My reason for bringing it up is because at some point, it's not going to be like a thing that I get to pursue until one, Gardenfell is over, because I'm very hands-on in the development of that server. I'm not like a co-runner or anything, like Lizzie is the full creative control owner, all that kind of stuff. I just give my input, support Lizzie's ideas, and bring them to fruition, because I feel like I have a lot of knowledge, and I like to help my friends, because I am a little guy. That's the whole like thing that I've done with command blocks for the event, or the events and stuff. And I really like, you know, it doesn't always go perfectly, but I like doing that kind of thing. It's fun. But because I'm so invested in it and I really care about it, and I already have like another lore SMP that won't be starting, I don't think, until like next April, that I am now a part of. And hopefully that one won't last super duper long, and it is a session-based thing, so I won't have to worry about it too much. But my point is, you know, I want to not have any major outstanding commitments, so after Gardenfell is over, or nearing its end, probably, and likely after I have actually gotten a job and gotten a comfortable schedule, with that and streaming and all of that kind of stuff. I need one more piece of netherite, are you kidding me? Come on. I want to start another lore SMP, and I kept going back and forth on what idea I wanted to pursue, and then Lizzie gave me, well, Lizzie inspired me to continue one of the ideas that I had like a really, really long time ago. And it's one that I think a lot of long-time viewers of mine will like, especially if you guys enjoyed Mithril. But one, that server's not going to happen for a long time. Two, I want it to be playtested. Not the server itself, but like the mod pack that I've made. Because that's one thing that I haven't had to really think about before, because Mithril initially was unmodded, just had custom items. And then when it became modded, it was very, very lightly. Like, it had supplementaries, amendments eventually, friends and foes for the mushrooms and stuff, and that was kind of it. Like, it didn't have a lot of mods because it was meant to be, like, the whole selling point was it was vanilla but with custom things, and you didn't need any mods to play it. And then, you know... Oh, we also had, like, one... Okay, yeah, we're good, we're done. We also had one, a Never Generation mod, I think. Or maybe we didn't actually add that. Maybe it was just Friends and Foes. I thought we had like a vote on Insidium, but I think actually people said no to it. But yeah, but since being on like modded servers and kind of seeing like the amount of bugs and things that can come about just from the nature of modding anything, really. I'm very like, yeah, if I want to run something that is modded, I want to make sure that it runs as smoothly as possible. And I think the only way of ensuring that is to get people to playtest the mod pack and either report any bugs or like comment on how fun it is to play, especially because I have like added a skill tree to it. Specifically for iron spells and spellbooks, there is a skill tree add-on mod that goes along with restrictions that gives it more of a learning curve. And if it's not fun to play with, I don't want to keep it, but I like the concept of it. So my point for bringing that up is it's quite likely that in the development process of this far off distant future project, I might reach out to certain viewers, especially like long time ones and people in Discord who have the like computing capabilities to play with the mod pack, to like hand it out as like beta testers to see if it's enjoyable, and then I can adjust based on that. But I think that'd be very, very fun, or at least like a thing I hope people would enjoy and be interested in, because I think it's fun. There's 2 Never Stars. I'm really sad I made that beacon. I wish I didn't, because then I could have 4 Master Balls, but like, you know, shit happens. Shit happens and it is fine. Okay, I don't remember how to make Netherite. There we go. There we go! Okay, and then... I haven't upgraded this backpack, like, at all. Let me... It's just these, isn't it? Oh, wait! I can actually make 3. So I can almost make 4. Okay, well... I could have got more Netherite, but this is fine. This is fine, because 2 is better than none. No achievement for that. Okay, well, thanks. We have Master Balls now, so I'm taking this off. I'm going to upgrade that because I do actually have an upgrade template for it. Squid is coming back. Squid is how I get my diamonds. I don't know if I actually showed all the diamonds that I have. That many. And then I have more, because best way of getting diamonds on this server is finding like a really big cave and running through it, or going in the water and finding a water cave. So I gathered all of these today, including the like 1 stack that's in my house, because the other 2 came from a different day. And this isn't even the first lot. I've gotten this many before and Chris has spent all of them, because you need like a stack of diamonds to get like 4 large XP candies that spawn. They're so expensive, but it's because they're so expensive to make, it actually works out easier just buying them with diamonds. Thank you for the hydrate, Ash. Thank you so much. But yeah, we have 2 Master Balls now. So actually, how long do we have? Oh god, it's 15 minutes. I was gonna say I might wait till nighttime and then see if we can find a Darkrai in the Ancient City. We might go down now. I think they can only spawn at night. Any guys? No, there's no guys down here. That's where it spawned before. I'll have to look into actually what can spawn in ancient cities. And see if there's anything that I want. That might just be what we end up doing in the future of this server, is just going hunting for my dreamies. Absol is like #1 on the list right now, and I have no idea where it actually spawns. Then Giratina, Darkrai, I don't know if you can get Arceus. I don't know if it naturally spawns or if you have to like do something with the flute. What other Pokemon do I like? Iron Valiant wouldn't be terrible, but I don't care that much. Yeah, so it's a despawn. Other than that, it's shiny hunting, baby. So I'm probably gonna put a bunch of these in my inventory. After spawns. You don't have to look it up if you don't have it ready right now, because we're about to end, so I'll probably just look it up myself. I do have the spreadsheet open, I just don't have my Firefox open because this server takes up all of my PC resources. Actually, more accurately to say, this server takes up all my PC resources when I am streaming, because all my other resources go to streaming and OBS. So all I can really run is this, Mix It Up, and Spotify. And that is pushing it. Like, my RAM is at like 80% right now. With shaders on, it's probably like in the 90s. Okay, we can have it ready then, please tell me. I imagine it's a mountain. I imagine it's mountainous. Da, 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 da. Is a rare spawn in mountains, snowy forest, and tigers. Okay. I was gonna say, because I've been to snowy forests and I've never seen one, but a rare spawn. Oh, daily restart is about to start. Well, that is perfect, isn't it? We're gonna end. We're gonna end, and I'm gonna disconnect from the server before the restart happens. Let's see if there's anybody to raid or if we're just gonna run. But I swear down by garden. I will definitely have to look into, well, not look into since now I know where they spawn, but check if there's a way to either increase those spawn rates from like how rare it is or do whatever. Oh, Chaos is live. It looks like Chaos is preparing. I think Chaos might also be gunning for champion, so don't tell them any of Chris's strats. But we might give Chaos... Chaos is on BRB right now, but we might give Chaos a raid anyway. Because we do like them. We do like Chaos. We like Chaos a lot. So I hope you guys go say hi, enjoy Chaos's stream. And I will see you all later. Night, guys. I will see you... maybe Thursday? Yeah, maybe Thursday. I think that'll be fun. We'll try to get a Thursday stream in, and then Law is on Saturday. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye! The raid button's not working.